think God just wanted me to stay alive so we can tell our story, because there's some people who say the Holocaust never happened. And I'm living proof that it happened, and you can survive it. You just have to keep on going and never give up. And with all the hardship I went through, I still feel very blessed.
I had this life of being religious, feeling good about being Jewish, so that when the times came that I needed strength, I figure I don't need it from people so much because I have a relationship with God. And it just sort of was that wow experience of that's it. The gratitude, I'm not the center of the universe, and someone is with me.
I'm stepping up into a role that was created for me before birth. I say a prayer in Yiddish to my son every night. God knows how many centuries it's been in our family. Ich hoffe auf Sustain, Gesundheit Vita mit alle meine Glitter. Didn't know what it meant for 40 years of my life. It means I hope to wake up in the morning with all my senses, good health with all my senses.
The name Israel means wrestling with God. And I love that questioning, that you don't just take things as the truth, you are allowed to question. And that really spoke to me, and still does.
I'm in relatively good shape now after having had a heart attack on my 57th birthday, right before it. Luckily, no damage, and it was kind of the wake-up call. I was looking at my 3 kids, and then my soon-to-be daughter-in-law visiting me in the intensive care unit, and realizing they were younger than I was when my father died. And that was too young.
It's sort of cliche to say that if you have a meaning in life, or you have your, the new popular term is your why, but it goes back to even what Brother Philip said, it was called your calling, your mission. It's a game changer. It puts everything into perspective. It gives you, a reason to live, a much higher reason to live than just pursuing pleasure or, or entertainment or those kinds of things. As a matter of fact, I think it even heightens those. You can enjoy those pleasures of the moment even more if you have a true meaning and a true purpose in life.
I mean, I really believe that there are only 2 basic feelings. There's love, which I try to marinate in, I really do. And then there's fear, and fear turned inward is depression, and fear turned outward is judgment and anger. And when I get into that, then I'm out of the love. So it's not serving me I want to live in the moment. I really want to be in the moment. And if I've got all this stuff weighing me down, I'm not in the moment. I'm in the past, or I'm in the future.
About 9 years ago, I was diagnosed with leukemia. I'd lay it in the bed at MD Anderson. And I'd say, well, if I'm gonna die, look what I've seen. I've seen grandchildren. I've seen, all of these things. And I said, there's some of my friends that have had none of that. So I said, if it happens, then I'm ready.
Judaism is not so much intense as dense. You could fill your life with Judaism. It's not so much the burning I believe, but all the different rules and the mitzvot and the customs and the traditions. It's a great life, and as you get older and a lot of the other things fall away, it's great to have.
There are many times in your flow of life that you lose things that are very precious. And that I mean not only physical things that are very precious, that you enjoy with the family, with friends, that you lose them because of circumstances. Those are the chain of circumstances. But if you are flexible, your life flows, life continues. And you, like we started our conversation here, life, you take the good and leave the bad.